Welcome back to some more Iron Man. The brand new Berserker rework and massive dungeon update just released, and I'm sure there are tons of questions like, is Ber's class good? Should I get the new equipment? And more. So today, we'll be going through everything that happened and actually testing out Berserker, getting some of the new equipment, and of course, maxing some stuff out. Do me a big favor, hit the subscribe button down below. I've been in a stalemate with the YouTube algorithm lately, so just double check you're subscribed. Over half of you aren't, but seriously, it would mean a lot to me if you could just hit that subscribe button, and it helps me keep making videos like this. So, yeah, just do that for me, and anyways, let's get into the update. So, what exactly did they do? Well, this is honestly my favorite Skyblock update in probably about a year or so, which is saying a lot. Garden was pretty good too, I don't know, it's pretty close between those two, but they completely reworked the Berserker class in dungeons, and I'll go more into this when we actually have stuff to do Berserker, and I'll be doing that later in this video, don't worry. But just know that this class is totally changed, and it is honestly kind of overpowered. Apart from that, they actually added a bunch of new stuff into dungeons here. If we take a look at this, for example, there's Balloon Snake, which is a new item in floor 1. There's Adaptive Belt in floor 2, and there's a whole bunch of different kind of equipment and stuff you can get now. There's a lot of floor 4 stuff that I'll get into probably a little bit later on, but one of the big ones is the Shadow Assassin Cloak, which I have heard is extremely good. Unfortunately, well, it's kind of rare. 1 in 64 is not easy to get. And of course, lastly, they also added 2 new items to this floor, one being a Fell Skull, which is a ingredient to craft an item, and the other one is the Soul Weaver Gloves, which is another piece of equipment that I've heard is potentially better than like your glowstone gauntlet maybe. So I want to try and get this, but of course it's 1 in 90 to get, and I'm Iron Man, so that could be kind of difficult to get. Speaking of floor 6, we actually have quite a lot of things that happened. They changed how boss collection works, and Master Mode now counts as 2 completions, meaning I am almost at Diamond Sedan Helmet. Yeah, I don't know how this happened, but I am super excited about it. So we'll be doing a lot of dungeons today, testing out the new class, and honestly, I think we should just go ahead and try and hop into some, well, I want to get the Shadow Assassin Cloak and the Soul Weaver Gloves today at least to test out the new equipment. So let's hop into some M5s with some people, get the cloak, maybe do some M6s after, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. Shadow Helmet, Dark Orb. What is this? Chest plate. I literally got chest plate. Oh my gosh. Oh, I leveled up. Oh, Burst 40. Let's go. That's pretty sick. Oh, I got double Dark Orb. Did they make Dark Orb more common? Interesting. 233. Oh, that's actually a really cracked run. Not bad. Reroll. Oh, I got it. I think that's it. Yeah, I got a Dark Orb with it too. Okay, well, you got the essay cloak. This is a very special run. I completely forgot that I had this. So a big change they did was they made it so all Master Mode completions count as 2 completions. So, well, we've done a lot of M5s, which means if I go to collection, we have not just 1 reward to claim. So let's claim our essay chest plate, but we have the Diamond Livid Head right here. This is the pinnacle of floor 5. Let's go ahead and claim this, our second diamond head of the profile. Does it have any dungeon stats? Nothing. Ah, darn, that's fine. We'll have to put our own stuff on this, of course. Unfortunately, I don't have an ancient, I don't have a precursor gear for it, so I'm not going to be using it today, as stupid as that sounds, but I don't want to be throwing runs or anything, so we'll do that. We have a free SA chest plate. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Does it NPC for anything? 5k? I mean, that's pretty tempting. I'll hold on to it, though. Anyways, 1,000 floor comp equivalent, I guess, is done. So there we go. Now that we have our new cloak, I'm going to start playing some M6s. But first, let's go ahead and max this cloak out, because apparently it's actually pretty darn good. So the first step is going to be applying the waxed reforged to it. I got to actually craft the waxed stone first. So let's do that. Blaze Wax is the best reforged we can get on our equipment right now. So we will go ahead and throw that on 75k. Let's go ahead and add that. But let's go ahead and also tier it up using 8 livid fragments. There we go. You can see it goes from 20 strength and what is that? 3 speed to 25 strength and 5 speed. So that's good. It's also a rarity upgrade, but I'm going to go the extra mile for fun here and go ahead and throw a recombobulator on it. Make that sucker a mythic. Look at that. Those stats are absolutely insane. Definitely worth the recom, and maybe better than our cloak. I'm not too sure, because while we do have Dom 4 on this, giving us 60% or 6% more damage at full health, the stats of the SA cloak in dungeons are just incredible. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the cloak out. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it doesn't suck, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Okay, apparently I missed the memo where you can star this thing. This is actually OP. Like, this is actually the best cloak ever. These stats, after you star them, it increases the crit chance in dungeons, which is absolutely busted for damage. Like, seriously? And you get a little bit more speed and everything? Like, come on, really? Look at that! Look at the stats of this now! That's actually insane. 10.5 CC? You're joking. Well, apparently the Soul Weaver gloves are OP as well because you can star them and stuff, so this update's insane, actually. Now that we have the Shadow Assassin cloak, let's go into some M6s and try to get those Soul Weaver gloves. It's a 1 in 90 chance, so this is probably going to be pretty painful. But then we get to test out the Berserker class, so let's do this. Okay, what's in here? Fuming Bark, nothing, and... What? First run? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, dude, I actually just got them on the first run. There's no way. Well, 5 mil, let's go ahead and pick those up. That's insane we pulled that on the first run. So yeah, if you thought that was funny, I did a couple more runs because I felt dumb just doing one run with the party and then leaving, and I got them 2 more times in a row. I literally pulled the Soul Weaver gloves 3 times in a row on my first 3 runs. I don't know what to say. It happened. Obviously, I only bought the first one like I did in the video, but I just thought I'd throw that in there because that was pretty funny. Anyways, we pretty much have to go max out these Soul Weaver gloves now, so let me go find where I put them because this is actually the next day from when I recorded that clip, so wherever I put them, there they are. We have to max these out, and I don't really know the best way to do that. I think we just have to put waxed on them as well, so let's go ahead and grab 10 Bezos and grab some Blaze Powder again, make ourselves another Blaze Wax Cube. There we go. I'm just gonna put this Blaze Powder away because I don't want to lose. Actually, you know, we'll just throw it in the sack. Let's go ahead and slap the Waxed Reforge on this piece as well. There we go. Now, it's undecided whether these are better than Gauntlet of Contagion or not. They're too early to tell, and I don't know, but they're brand new, and I kind of just want to try them out, so let's go ahead and max these out as well. 1 more recom, so let's go ahead and throw those on like that. Now, how do I tier this up? Give me a minute, I gotta look this up. Haha, I pranked myself and wasted a recon. You can't actually tier these up with fragments. Sidon fragments don't exist. I am dumb, so... I guess we'll go ahead and star these, and I basically just wasted a recon because this probably isn't going to be too OP, but you know what? We'll try it anyways. How do I do this again? We go upgrade items. Here we go. All right, let's finish starring this. There we go. That was a lot of Wither Essence, but we'll try it anyways, and this is the maxed out Soul Weaver gloves, as good as they can get, I believe. I think there's an enchant for equipment that gives like health or something, but that's not going to help us for damage, and doesn't really matter for what we're doing today. Anyways, now that we actually have the brand new dungeon stuff, let's go ahead and get a Berserker class build and just see how strong we can be as a Berserker. I am now Bers 40, which is pretty exciting, a good flat number for kind of a baseline test on how much we're gonna deal. So let's just go ahead and go into the new changes with Berserker, what it does, and play around in some dungeons, have some fun. So the big thing is they added a new stat called Swing Range, you can see on the very bottom, which is basically how far away you can attack enemies from. Your base swing range is 3 in vanilla Minecraft, and it can be upgraded with certain weapons like the Dark Claymore right here. You can see has a swing range of 5 instead of 3, so you're able to hit enemies from super duper far away. Unfortunately, I don't have a Dark Claymore, so the only extra swing range we're going to get is coming from the Berserker perk itself, which gives us a decent amount. I believe right now it's an extra 4.4, which is pretty sick. And another one is it basically gives you like permanent cleave. Your attacks now hit in a cone instead of a straight line, meaning if I were to like click right here, I'd be able to pretend these 2 enemies, like all of these are enemies. If I clicked right here, I'd be able to attack enemies over here and here at the same time. It's really good. Now, I don't really have the best burst weapons in the world. I basically am more or less stuck with my Astrea right now, which is my highest damage dealing weapon in dungeons. So we'll be testing it with this, but it's going to be nice to see. I'll probably go into some M7s and see how we can clear right now, just because that's probably the best test I can do. So real quick, I'm going to change my Maxor boots over to Necron to give the most damage possible to our setup, and I guess go for a maxed out Burrs build. Now, if I want to go for max Burrs build, I'm going to have to take off Fortuitous. I think people still end up using Fortuitous in dungeons, but I want to test my maximum burst damage, so we're going to go with that. And I think I need 1 attack speed tuning, which I do have right there. And I guess I'll swap my enrichments over to something that gives me some damage as well. What should I put them on? I'm guessing probably crit damage is going to be the best thing I can do, so let me find the crit damage one right there. There we go. And our stats are going to be looking like with our G-Drag. That's pretty balanced, actually. because I think in dungeons our strength gets multiplied a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and hop into some M7 and see how we're able to clear. I want to try a couple different things, including trying to solo some other floors that I haven't been able to solo before. But let's just drop right into an M7 here and see how it's able to perform at like kind of the higher end of a level. So let's make sure we have everything set up correctly to do the best test we can. I do have my jellyfish pet on, so I can drink this potion and gain some extra stats. There we go. I didn't select the burst class. All right, we actually have burst class selected this time, so that's good. Now let's go ahead and make sure our G-Drag is on. And let's find some enemies and deal some damage. We've got a mini-boss room right off the bat, so I have to be a little bit careful just in case, but there was a floating skull around me. I believe that's the item ability of the Soul Weaver gloves. Frozen Adventurer, a perfect first opponent for us. Let's just go ahead and spam as fast as we can, and look how much damage he's taking, dude. Wait, what is this? He's like kind of stuck because of the Soul Weaver gloves. Wait, this is actually cracked. I didn't think the Soul Weaver gloves were going to be that good, but it's like making the enemies get stuck. Look, I have like 3 little skulls following around me. That's actually kind of useful. It's a little bit slow for clear compared to, you know, just like spamming your Terminator bow, but maybe for like mini bosses and stuff, it might be better. I'm not too sure. Let me look more closely at this Soul Weaver glove ability. While in the catacombs, summon a haunted skull that slowly revolves around you every 15 seconds or so when you kill a mob, or when you kill a mob with melee damage. Oh, so we can get a bunch of these things. When an enemy gets hit by a skull, they're stunned for 2 seconds and deal less damage. That's actually really nice. So we're hitting for around 60 million damage right now, close to 70, which is pretty decent. But then again, I have Old Wise on this. If you put like, I don't know, a different ultimate enchant on, it would probably deal more damage. Or if you had like a Claymore or something, you would seriously be doing some damage right now. But yeah, the healing just from like, I don't know, just healing in general because of the, I think one of the new Burrs abilities says healing. By the way, there are new dungeon rooms. No one likes them. But I do believe if we take a look at the Burst class, there is something that gives us healing. Yeah, the Bloodlust perk. We get healed for 3% of our missing health every melee hit, which is actually really, really nice. There's another mini-boss in this room, so I'm going to go down here and intentionally go ahead and fight it to see if we just got lucky with the Frozen Adventurer, or if there might be a little bit more to this Burst class than I originally thought. Let's go ahead and get ready. This is a Shadow Assassin, so I usually end up getting... Can he not teleport when he's stunned? Wait, can he not teleport when he's stunned? That would be insane. I don't think that's the case. I think I just got lucky and he kind of like glitched out a little bit. If that prevents Shadow Assassins from teleporting, I am going to main Burrs class. This is actually insane. I didn't think this was that good. Unfortunately, it's a little bit slow when it comes to actually clearing enemies, but that might also just be because I'm bad at it and need more practice with the class for optimal clearing, because I mean, again, I could just pull out my Term and start doing this, and everything would die a little bit quicker, you know. But, you know, overall, for my first impressions of Burst class, this is not bad at all. I mean, this is a million times better than what, you know, true melee used to be in Skyblock. What if I go for something like this? Does this... Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's really fun. I can group all the enemies together. Let's not die. I can group the enemies together with the Gyro Wand and then just annihilate all of them at the same time. And yeah, usually if I was tank... Okay, no, I did end up dying. I was gonna say, usually as tank, I would have gotten destroyed by now, but it seems like Burst class is able to hold its own ground. I mean, again, I'm not Cata 50, so, you know, you can only get better. And if you had a Claymore or something, you'd be like one-shotting all of these enemies, which is just absurd. So I guess that's even more motivation for me to try and get a Dark Claymore. But there's something I want to go ahead and try. Let me hop into a floor 6. Alright, now let's get a little bit of a view from a over-leveled standpoint. This is regular floor 6 I'm playing right now, and we are just one-shotting everything. This honestly might even be faster than Term. Where's the mini-boss in this room? I want to shred him. I one-shot him. Oh yeah, this is fun. So, I guess this is kind of a little bit of an idea of how powerful this is if you're playing, like, you know, if you're carrying some lower-level katas in a low floor that you already crush every single time. Let's try this one. Yeah, where'd the essay go? Is it dead already? No, it's just dead. And I one-shot him. All right. The damage on this is definitely absurd. Even using a weapon that's really, honestly, Estrella is not that good of a weapon to be using for this. Just because, you know, I mean, I could be using something that has higher base damage, like a giant sword or something. This is like as low as, you know, mid to late game Burrs class gets right now. And you're seeing just, you know, how much potential this class can end up having. I mean, look at this. The clear on this is actually not too terrible. Again, I don't know if it competes with Term, but I'm sure maybe if you had a Claymore with the extra swing range and stuff, you might actually be able to out-clear the Terminator speed. Anyways, the reason I'm playing floor 6 is because I just want to know what happens if I group all of the terracottas up, all of the golems, and just click one time. I just want to know what happens. I think it would be either super lame or just so incredibly cool. So I'm gonna wait for Blood Room to be done here, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, so when I tried this on alpha, I crashed the server. So let's see what happens if I do this now. So I want to get all of the golems to aggro onto me here. Hopefully I have the EHP to survive this, but we'll just have to find out. So I have all the golems mad at me now. I got to get my Gyro Wand ready, and we just got to get all of these terracottas ready to destroy me. So any second these guys should be waking up. I kind of want to try and time this so the golems are running at them at the same time. Here they come. All right, let's do this and click. All right. Oh, they're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. Are you serious? No shot, man. They're all dead. Oh, they didn't stand a chance. All right, now let's see what happens if I don't have a Gyro Wand. And I'm just kind of mashing my click button. Let's use my ult too for extra damage. Can I keep all of them at bay? And I can. Okay. Well, that's kind of overpowered, not gonna lie. I guess we'll see how fast I can take out the giants now with the swing range. I haven't actually tried this, but we'll see. Again, this is regular floor 6, so I am insanely over-leveled for this. And it looks like I'm taking them out in just like 2 or 3 hits, which is pretty funny. By the way, look how fast this animation is now for Floor 6 and M6. This seriously speeds up runs like crazy. Anyways, Sidon, you are done, man. Goodbye, and that's gonna be a solo run complete. Obviously, I didn't care enough to do the puzzles or anything, so we're not getting any loot. But, you know, we did complete the floor, which is kind of cool. By the way, new mass salvage menu. This thing is one of the best things they've ever added into Skyblock. It just salvages everything, and I can't wait to clean out my island and see. But I know you guys aren't gonna let me end this video unless I try this on Master Mode 6, so let's go into some M6. I'll skip to the boss, and we'll see how the boss fight goes. Alright, it took me a little under 5 minutes to clear out this whole dungeon, but we have the Boomer Blood Room, so let's see here. Alright, and I took most of them out in 1 gyro, which is pretty good. I just gotta be really careful not to die here because I don't want to mess anything up. So we're just gonna wait for those all to explode before taking out the rest of them. And okay, there's only 1 left. There we go. That was actually really easy. Okay. Now, I am going to say this. Obviously, I'm using an Astrea. I don't think this is going to go well. Let me just make some inventory room here. Well, I don't need these revstones, that's for sure. So don't expect this to go well, but I will try. So we're gonna go here. I'll probably stand like, I don't know, in the mage spot or something. I'm gonna gyro all these guys together, back up, and just spam and pray. So I guess we'll see how this is gonna go. Will the server crash? Let's find out. Let's go ahead and group them up, and I instantly died. Well, I don't know what you guys expected. That's more or less exactly what I thought was gonna happen. But yeah, there's Burst class, I guess. This is a pretty fun rework. Very powerful. I need to get a few precursor gears for some future content down the line, so let's hop into a few M7s and see if we can pull some rare stuff. They did do some tiny changes to the Healer class and the Terminator bow, so it'll be interesting to see how those changes impact our run, as well as how the Berserker performs on the rework. I'll mainly just show if anything cool happens, but let's do a couple runs. Well, we just skipped 4 of the 5 dragons first run. That was actually 6, so let's see what we get here. Wither Catalyst, another Wither Catalyst, and Precursor Gear. We'll take that. Oh, someone got Shadow Orb. That's actually sick. Well, we'll grab a Precursor Gear, and that was basically the only one I need, but I'll do a few more runs. Something I just learned is that the new Storm rework actually makes it a lot harder on tank. Well, not really a lot harder, but it makes it so I can't castle during Gold Ore because of the timer on it. I'm out of Kismets. That's a little awkward. Well, oh well. Is this a shiny helmet? No, it's not. None of these are shiny, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's something I have to keep an eye out for. I have to make sure I'm wearing the correct mask for that phase, just because I don't really have any other option. Another run. I'll have to reroll these chests at the end because I'm out of Kismets, but Wither Cloak, Jump Scare. Besides that, we are getting nothing. I'll do like 1 or 2 more. Seems like the server's dying. People kept disconnecting, myself included, so not really gonna be anything good from this run. That's okay, though. We'll take the Precursor Gear, you know. I did come for Precursor Gears, so it's nice that we got 2 of them. Alright, well, that's probably it for M7 today. I got what I needed, and you'll see what those Precursor Gears are for in the next video. So again, subscribe so you don't miss that, as YouTube has not been pushing my videos. Subscribing is the only way to see my content when it releases. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode of Iron Man. Leave a like, subscribe, use code TOAD in the Hypixel store for a discount, and as always, take care.